right, syndicated columnist Joel Mowbray is joining us right now. He just got back from Israel, where he visited several of the towns targeted by Hezbollah, and he's also the author. An author, here it is, once again, Dangerous Diplomacy. He joins us now. It's so good to see you, Joel. It's been a long time.
How long have you been back now? 5, 6 hours?
Yeah, something like that.
Just landed.
I didn't realize that. I mean, it said you just got back this morning.
Get him some coffee, yeah.
We've got some oboe pan in the back there.
Yeah.
So you went over there and you did a lot of interviews with officials, including Benjamin Bibi Netanyahu.
Yes.
What was his perspective of what's happening, going on right now?
You know, it's fascinating. Right now you have a unique moment of unity in Israeli politics, which is actually the phrase coined by Natan Sharansky when I interviewed him over the weekend. Right, left, religious, secular, dovish, hawkish people all coming together. This is a very fractious political culture. They never agree on anything, but even the far left in Israel right now, there's a huge peace movement there. Even they support the bombings of Hezbollah targets in Lebanon.
Just real quickly, how tough was it for you to get back here from Israel?
Flights were jam-packed, if you can imagine. Yeah, people were racing to get out of Dodge. But it's funny, you go up to the north, or you go to the towns near Gaza, and it's a war zone. I mean, there are rockets flying in all the time. But if you go to Tel Aviv, or if you go to Jerusalem, or places like that, it is pristine. It is just as it always is. And it's peaceful, and people are happy, they're going out. It's an odd bifurcation.
Well, in Jerusalem, they think the rockets cannot reach them? Is that part of it?
Right, as of right now, the rockets cannot reach. But also, they're not going to target, what they claim at least is a holy city to Islam. And also, you have a lot of Muslims living in and around. And there's no way they'd want to hit a Muslim town. Because remember, these rockets, when they set them off, they're not that accurate. That's part of the reason why the civilian count has been so low in Israel.
Arabs were killed in Nazareth yesterday.
Oh, yeah. 2 Arab kids were killed in Nazareth.
Question from the audience.
Hey, Joel, from what you've seen firsthand in Israel, do you think that Israel will be successful in defeating the Hezbollah terrorists?
Look, they claim that they've maybe gotten the job halfway done. They say, give us another week. The U.S. says we're going to put a one-week timeline on it. Although some people are a little miffed about that because one person commented to me, an Israeli, they said, did the U.S. give itself a deadline of 1 week to wipe out the Taliban after 9/11? I mean, is this the way that we play, that we say terrorist organizations, you have to get them knocked out within a week or two, otherwise time's up? Did
you get a chance to gauge the feeling of the Israelis about the Lebanese people and the Lebanese government and their action or inaction in this situation? And also, innocent people out there that are getting killed in Lebanon and Israel.
There's deep sympathy amongst Israelis for the Lebanese right now, because most of the people in Lebanon didn't choose Hezbollah. They didn't choose to have a terrorist organization be part of their government. It was the fact that the Western powers that backed the creation of the current Lebanese government said, we really don't want to take on Hezbollah, so we're just going to let them be a part of the government. We're not going to force them to disarm, and hopefully this will go on in the into the future peacefully. Of course, that didn't happen.
Do you think Hezbollah wants the international community to step in?
Oh, yeah,
at this point?
That's exact. In fact, most people don't realize this. Within hours of the kidnapping of the 2 Israeli soldiers that set off this whole chain of events, they went to the United Nations and called for a ceasefire. And said, let's go for negotiations.
Yeah, well, half of their troops may be down. Please call this off.
Yeah, well, that's what they were expecting. But, of course, they couldn't back down because Olmert's response really caught them off guard, caught them flat-footed, but they couldn't back down because the reason Hezbollah has been so popular is they say we're the only ones who can stand up to the Zionist enemy, and if they didn't ratchet it up, they would have lost a lot of face.